Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for coming along this afternoon. For the few of you in the room who don't know who I am, that would be me. I'm Andy Limer. I am the director of the Centre for Personal Financial Wellbeing here at Aston University. That's what the banners that are around the room. So we are one of a number of people who have been working together with many of you in the room over the last just under 2 years, or just over 2 years now, on this project, which has been looking at all things to do with financial resilience and ethnic minority businesses at startup stages, going into steady state, and in some cases some businesses which are a little more established, but looking at some of those sorts of issues of what is it like to try and run a business right now. You know, where is the business support coming from? What is effective? What is working well? We've had a great couple of years. We're enormously grateful for those of you who are willing to participate in the project. We've got a number of people in the room that were participants, and 2 people who we're going to see their stories in a little bit longer as part of the videos that they've kindly made us for part of this project. But today's event is all about sharing what we've learned so far from the project. The project is formally coming to an end. The funding that we've had is coming to an end, but we hope the project is not coming to an end. And certainly the themes which are emerging from this are ones which are going to be ongoing. And you'll see as part of the conversation today, we're sort of splitting the conversation between talking about what we've found, what we've gleaned, what we think will be valuable to you to take away as lessons that we can share with you, but also asking for your advice and help on where do we go next, or where do these themes go next? Where do we take these ideas forward? So part of this will be spending time talking to you so that you've got some value to take away. But part of this, half of the event, will also be asking you to put things in. We're going to be running a half of the day, half of the time this afternoon will be workshop when you'll be working on tables, and we want your expertise. Yeah, I don't like going to events where I sit there thinking I've got something really important that I could share, but I wasn't asked to speak. Yeah, and you might be able to ask a question, and you know how it works. People sort of frame their question as a sort of statement. Yeah. What do you think about this particular work that I've done? You know, so I like to run events where we recognise the expertise that's in the room as well as the expertise that's at the front. Yeah, because that's where we all benefit and take away lots of value. So that's the plan for this afternoon. The first half will be us presenting mostly to you. There'll be an opportunity for some questions and some engagement as part of that process. Then we will take a little bit of a break. And then Sally and I are going to run some time with you where I hope we talk about some of these issues in more detail and get your advice and your thinking, maybe some commitments about where you might be able to get involved in taking some of these things forward. So that's the plan. So behind the project is a number of partners, myself, Dixon, and colleagues here at Aston University. Monda, also here at Aston University. Monda directs the Centre for Research in Ethnic Minority Entrepreneurship. If you're involved in any way to do with ethnic minority entrepreneurship, you must have met this guy before. I should say Professor Mondoam OBE. That's how important he is. He's been recognised for that, and DL. Sorry, yes. Let's go full. What was your undergraduate? BSc. Yeah. Let's go.
We've only got an hour.
We've only got an hour. Working in partnership with colleagues from Coventry University, Hassan's at Coventry University, and at Manchester Metropolitan University, Sally is there. You'll meet all of us presenting at different elements this afternoon. And of course, critically, a key partner alongside the academics in the room has been Saeed and our friends at Citizens UK. Without, in all honesty, this project would never have gone anywhere, let's be honest, as the bridge between our thinking, our time, our interests, and that community engagement that Saeed does so well, as most of you in the room know. That's what really is gelling this project together in ways that we think is actually quite exciting, and hopefully means what we've talked about is not just academically exciting, but also is practically useful, and things that can be done on the ground. So thank you, Saeed, for being part of this project as well. So that's the team. Our funder is the Aviva Foundation. We have been paid for doing this. And so Alex is here as the director of the Aviva Foundation. We thank you for the funding and your faith in us as a project to engage with this. Thank you for your support in a number of ways, not just in financially, but we appreciate that. So after some introductions, say the first half of the session is going to be talking about what we've done, what we've found, where we've engaged so far. Monda, Hassan and Saeed are going to lead that section, and there will be also input from some of our participants as we go. And then we'll have a very short break, and then we'll go into a workshop session that me and Sally will lead. We will be finished by 4:30 or thereabouts, give or take 5 minutes. Okay, so I will pass over to my colleagues. I think Mondo is going to speak first, setting up the context for this project, why we did it, and how it works.